In a previous video, we tested medium strength thread lockers, and what we saw was name brand makes a big difference. Also, what was rather interesting, last time we saw that some of the lesser known name brands did quite well against some of the big name brands. Well, today we'll be using the exact same name brands, but this time using the high strength thread lockers to see if those lesser known name brands can keep up. Now, today we'll be doing a couple of different types of tests. One type of test will include exposure to heat. This makes a big difference if you're using this product on an engine, and most of us use the high strength thread lockers for those applications that involve a lot of heat. And these products are rated for around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and get the testing underway and see which one of these products, if any, is the best. I want to take a quick look at the safety data sheet for each of these products to see if any of them have the exact same ingredients, because when it comes to thread lockers, obviously ingredients matter. So the first one we're looking at is vibra-tite. So I'm not going to read all the ingredients, just take a quick look at them. Okay, this is Pro Seal. It's much different than vibra-tite. I also want to point out the cast numbers. If you ever have questions about any of the ingredients, you can look these cast numbers up online and learn a lot more about the specific ingredients. Okay, this is Permatex. I find it very interesting that they only list 2 different ingredients. And the last one is Loctite. So again, each one of these seems to be a little bit different. The 2 closest together though includes Weld and Loctite. Let's take a quick look at those 2. The 2 thread lockers with the most ingredients in common seem to be Weld and Loctite. However, as you'll notice, there is a different percentage regarding each of the ingredients, and it looks like Weld has a couple of other ingredients. Also, there is no cast number provided for the first ingredient in the Loctite. It says it's proprietary. So in some mechanical applications, you'll want to use a fastener without applying any sort of a load to it. For example, if you have an assembly or a lever that needs to be able to move, you may want this nut to stay in place without having to apply a load so that you continue to have freedom of movement. So in the first application, we'll be applying the thread locker without applying a load. We'll be doing that for the first 2 bolts. The first bolt, we will not heat it up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. The second bolt, we will heat it up after it's had a chance to cure to see if it breaks down under heat. One thing I want to mention today, when I apply these thread lockers between applications, I'll change out my gloves because I don't want to cross-contaminate. Also, I'll be trying to apply just 1 drop. Now, vibra-tite is a gel, so it's going to be very difficult to determine exactly how much I'm adding as far as a drop, but I'll do the best I can to make sure I'm just adding 1 drop. So anytime you're using a product that has a mixture of ingredients, it's always important to shake it before using it just to make sure it thoroughly mixes. We're going to apply a load to these 2 bolts. I'm going to use 2 oversized nuts, and then I'm going to apply a washer. If some of the thread locker ends up on the washer, it shouldn't be a problem because the washer is not attached to the nut and it will move freely. I'm going to apply 50 inch-pounds of torque to each one of these nuts. It's actually been 25.5 hours since I applied the thread lockers, so all these thread lockers should be fully cured. So now we're going to go ahead and begin testing. I'll be using a different method to measure torque than I've used in the past. Several of you have asked me to use this specific type of torque adapter that goes on the end of a wrench, and the way this works is whether I'm tightening or loosening a bolt, this will record the highest amount of torque that's being applied. I've never used one of these before, so this is new for me. This will be quite interesting to see how this works. If this thing starts messing up though, we'll go back to the traditional torque wrench. So we're going to start with vibra-tite, and all I'm going to do is apply force to the first bolt to loosen it. And we're going to take a measurement of how much force it takes. And remember, this is no load. After we do that for each of them, then we'll move on to the third bolt, and again, measure how much torque it takes to break loose a bolt that has been torqued to 50 inch-pounds. Okay, now I'll be testing the load, and I have tightened this to 50 inch-pounds of torque. So this is, again, this is loaded. So we'll see how much torque it takes for each one of these to break free. Okay, so we just finished testing the no load and the load for this steel that has not been heated. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually heat this steel up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit to test the max temperature range to see if it affects in a negative way the ability of these thread lockers to hold tension. So I went ahead prior to doing the video, and this piece of steel is already cut into two different pieces. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this piece as well as this piece so it'll fit inside of an oven. And we're going to go ahead and heat this up. Okay, so fortunately we have an oven to do some testing with. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that the oven is at 300 degrees Fahrenheit and not a bit warmer, because that's what these products are rated for. Okay, it's right at 300 degrees inside the oven. So what I'm going to do is put both of these thread lockers inside the oven. I turned the oven off because I don't want the radiant heaters to cause the metal to actually heat up above 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, an hour has passed. I'm going to go ahead and take the metal out. Okay, now we're going to do the bolts that have been tightened to 50 inch-pounds of torque. And again, this is a foot-pounds measurement. These bolts have also been heated. So when it comes to thread lockers, name brand makes a pretty big difference. All the thread lockers lost strength when exposed to heat except for Pro Seal. Pro Seal actually gained strength. Finally, Loctite did not seem to have a lot of strength as far as the no load condition, either before or after exposed to heat. So if you need a thread locker for a no load condition, Loctite might not be the best one to choose. Finally, I'm not sponsored by any of these name brands. You guys asked me to do this video, so I did it. Also, I listened to you last time regarding suggestions to improve the testing approach. I hope my testing approach is a little bit better this time. I'm always seeking to improve. So if you have some good constructive feedback to pass along, I read just about every comment and I reply to them as well. So please let me know what I can do to improve the testing. Finally, if you have a video project idea that you would like me to do, please leave a comment. Again, I read just about every comment. I wouldn't have done this video if you guys had not requested it. As usual, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope I earned a thumbs up. I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time.